See that pistol bottom right? That's called a sleep. No, not him. Get him off the screen. Yes, that's called a sleep pistol, okay? You could sleep people with it. You shoot them in the head once, they fall asleep. You shoot them in the body 2 or 3 times is what I've noticed. And can we show a real clip? Like, why are we putting this not? Can we just show a real clip? You can shoot them 2 or 3 times in the body. I can't tell because the crosshair sucks. And that'll put them to sleep also. Well, I'm gonna be using that pistol the entire time. This here shows 0 extra bullets and my suppressor was about to break.
Hi.
Why do those stats matter? Because that shows that I've been using it the whole time. Well, I shot up radio with my rifle, but that's not a person. I'm shooting all people with this pistol, okay? I'm trying to make them a little bit psychological messed up. Now, it's nothing personal towards them. Listen, I'll be honest, my comprehension is very bad. I don't know what's going on in the story, but if you can follow along, you know, you can follow along. What's going to be happening is I'm going to be shooting everybody with the sleep pistol, okay? By the time they wake up, not only am I going to be saving my friend, but I'm going to be getting out of there and they're not going to know what hit them. They're going to wake up, be so confused of what just happened and not know any answers to anything. Nobody's gonna know any answers, okay? They're gonna wake up. So I'm listening back and this is only what, 3 minutes in? I sound psycho already, okay? I actually genuinely sound psycho. Forget all that and let's actually see what goes down. March 21st, 1984, Afghanistan. This is where we're starting off, riding through a dust storm on a horse. This is only the beginning. We're about to get our briefing, so let's pay attention, let's listen closely, and keep our ears open and eyes peeled. The man I'm about to go save has been held captive for 10 days in Soviet-controlled areas. Now I'm about to go in there, and after this storm passes, which is about to pass very soon, I am going to extract him after putting everybody asleep. Every single enemy that you see, besides a couple, there was a little incident that we had. It wasn't me that killed him, but every single enemy you see will be put to sleep by me. It's Rams. Now this, you can't top this site right here, okay? You actually can't top this site. Now, you may have heard some squeaking in the background. I promise you it did not fart or any of that sort, but look at this. This is just beautiful. You see a little rainbow crescent across the screen. It's just wonderful. But this guy hands me one of these iDroids. That's what they're called. These phones, they're called an iDroid. You can open the mini map. Watch that. You see that? That's called a mini map. It opens to a full map too. A full map view of the location I need to get my target from. But that's just our final spot. We have a couple stops along the way that I'm gonna take you along with me on. Why don't you say we get going? We take our beautiful, majestic looking horse and we ride it through the desert. We are on our way to the first stop of the day. It's not night yet, don't fall asleep. Here we are, an outpost. Let's scout out this outpost. Let's see what we got going on here. So I pull up behind this wall, this way I'm not seen by any of the enemies, and I crouch walk over this hill. Behind these rocks, I notice one enemy standing there. What is he doing? He's smoking. Okay, he's not paying attention to anything, smoking. There's also another enemy right behind it. I then take out my silenced suppressor sleep pistol and shoot the far guy, because this first guy's already in his own world. I shoot the far guy a couple times. I then one-shot headshot the first guy, putting him to sleep. The other guy then falls asleep roughly at the same time. The area is now mine. There's only 2 people defending this area. I pick up one enemy, I toss him over to the side. And that's this place done. That's the outpost taken. It's all mine already. I take them out, this way they don't see me pass by. I hop on my horse.
Whoa.
And I head to the next area. Now this area is a bit bigger. I take a little bit more precautions. So when I pull up to this village, I go left side here, up the side of the rocks. I run across the ridge line to the rocks. I zoom in, checking all enemies I can see with my telescope. Now what the telescope does, it marks them when you look at them. So all I have to do is zoom in, look at them, and it scans and keeps them locked. I made my way to the creek, noticing an enemy to the left side. Marked him down, then crossed the creek, headed inwards towards this broken down building. Now, this building has a good angle. If you use the front path to get inside the village, there's only one guard here looking. I threw a few magazines trying to get his attention, scooting forwards. Now, these magazines are terrible. I wish I didn't even use this. I could have just shot him there. But I didn't know what the other half of the village looked like. Again, throwing magazines, still just throwing magazines. I finally got him scooting forwards, took out my pistol, and shot him in the head. He is now asleep. I made my way towards him, crossing this big open area. Now there is rocks, but that doesn't, it's still easily viewable. I dive down behind a rock, army crawl my way forwards. And as you can see, there's no enemies in front of me. Peeking over the half wall, I see a couple enemies that I've already scanned. I shoot the guy on the left 2 times in the body. Confident that he will fall asleep, I left him be, and I moved right. And as soon as I round this corner, I find 2 enemies just staring at me. I shoot them both, hop inside of this garbage can because I'm already found. What's the worst that could happen? And I just sit here. One of them decides to throw a grenade at me. I guess he knew I was in here. He just throws a grenade. Just toss it inside the thing next time. And you know, this is just kind of where it happens. I don't know how I got out of this. This guy has more training than I do. He definitely should have taken me out. I made my way inside of a building, trying to keep out of sight, keep out of visibility from everybody. Blinded by the light and my pistol out, I walked out of the building, making sure it's clear. Make my way left side around back into the creek, dropping down a supply drop because as you can see I am out of ammunition. So I drop it and wait it out in this area. Now when you drop a supply drop there is a time frame until it actually does fall down. I go around the corner of this building here, noticing the one guy. He seems like a free takeout, so I took him out. I left him where he is. Now the issue with leaving them where it is, another enemy can then find him and attract the other ones. My ammo finally falls down. It also refills my suppressor. I ran all the way to the back side of the village, trying to sneak fully around and get behind everybody. I begin to notice that I already took everybody out. There's only one person left, and he's all the way towards the front that I must have ran past. I don't know where this guy came from actually. So I finally took him out. I ran over to the radio and then destroyed their radio. Now yes, I did use my rifle here because there's no use and I'm not going to put this thing to sleep. I called over my horse and we made our way to the next location. As I was running to our final objective, there was a smaller outpost on the way. Now this outpost had way more enemies than the first outpost we saw, and this is just a little tent propped up. This one just as a tent. After marking them all and seeing how many there are, I threw a few gas grenades, trying to disrupt them a little bit. Now this was the only time I used this. I didn't even think it did anything, it just made them freak out a little bit. I knocked one down on the ground and shot them all once with my pistol. I then made rounds, shooting them each a second time with my pistol. This way it kind of makes it even. Now somehow, I don't know where this guy came from. He slipped up my radar to the right side, made his way around the rock, and then he falls asleep before I get to shoot him.
Guard post captured.
I again dropped some ammunition because I use a lot and miss a lot. While I was waiting for the ammo, I entered into their outpost, checked around to see if there's anything I needed, and when the helicopter approached, it did something I did not expect it to do. Now this was never my call to happen. It just started shooting another enemy that I didn't even know existed yet. So I ran forwards and noticed that the helicopter was following me. It was just looking over my shoulder, waiting to shoot anybody who was in front of me. A support chopper? Who called this thing in? I didn't know what me calling ammunition caused this guy to shoot everybody for me. Either way, I hopped on my horse, ran forwards a little bit, poor guy, maybe not, but I'm finally entering the territory of the last area. Now this one, let me tell you, this one's definitely bigger. So I hopped off earlier and gave a lot more precaution to this one. I made my way through the foliage over this hill until I got a good clear view of the village. I scoped in, trying to get a view of every enemy possible. Now those lights, if they shine on me, I will get spotted, of course, because it's a light shining on me. I marked a couple other enemies that I saw, made my way forwards. Now this begins the great push up is what we call it. That's what I call it, at least. I crouch walk the entire time. Now I know I am far away, but still I don't want to, whatever reduces my visibility the most. I drop down off this far cliff. There's a lot of land to cover before actually approaching the town itself. There's a sheep that went running. I'm surprised they didn't notice at least one of them and give away my position. I hung around the trees as much as I possibly could, and then I attempted to make my way around to the left side. I noticed something. I don't know where this guy came from again. These guys like spawn in. This guy was behind me. He just heard me or something? I shot him down, one shot headshot. I missed the first bullet. I see, this is what I'm talking about. I lose all my ammunition. And made my way left, as far as I possibly could. I actually got a good sprint in without being noticed, but I was really playing it safe. I could not get noticed. I tiptoed up the rock, moving forwards again and again, behind this half wall, trying to stay hidden from this bright light that's shining down onto me. This tall grass should help. Vaulting over the wall, I move forwards again, even higher upon the hill. Now these guys still have no idea where I am, and I intend to keep it that way the entire time. I approached an angle that I could take out this light guy, trying to get an angle nobody else could see me on. I scoped in, took a nice, long, extra long, deep breath. I missed my first shot. I then hit the second shot, and hit the third shot. That is now one light down. Now that the light closest to me has been taken care of, I moved upwards to enter the actual town. Now a lot of it is broken. It's just broken down. So I'm vaulting, I'm creeping through these different areas and move towards the guy that's sleeping on the job. Took out both lights now. Now both lights are completely out of visibility. Now it doesn't change much. I mean, I already got past them, but now I'm inside the city. I'm taking down one by one every enemy that I see. Now keep in mind, I'm not going to be moving these bodies. Me not moving the bodies allows for enemies to come up and notify other enemies of what had just happened. I ordered a supply drop to my location and waited that out. Now once the supply drop fell, I got some ammo, just replenished myself, and there was an off the radar guy. I took him down with one shot and creeped forwards towards his direction. This guy noticed a downed body. Luckily, I have good aim and I shot him once in the head, took him down as well. Now they're both sleeping. Start singing them a lullaby. I creeped my way towards the back. As I gain more ground, we're approaching an area that I did not scope out yet, so there's unmarked enemies all around here. One shot, one kill is all I need, and I make my way through this tunnel. Now this tunnel connects to a building right next door. I get a nice surprise when I go to enter this door. I didn't even know this guy was here. I wanted to go through this doorway, but he was coming in and I had to take him out. He said, I'm sorry. I said no, and yeah, he's asleep as well. I'm inside the building now. I had no idea this is where I actually needed to be. I check around for loot and make my way inside the bedroom to find exactly what I've been sent here for.
God.
No more use for me, huh?
Kaz, it's me. I'm here to get you out.
Snake.
They do something to your eyes?
No, it's just bright as all. Took you so long.
We'll talk, but not here.
Now with him up on my shoulders, there's only 3 enemies left before I could get out of here. 2 of which are already talking to each other, shining a bright light, lasering me down with it. Like, what is a flashlight gonna do? Take your gun out, guys, and shoot at me. But no, I shoot them down with my sleep dart. They're both asleep on top of each other. They're gonna enjoy some time. I glitch down and shimmy my way over to get out of this place until something slows me down. Again, one shot, one kill is all I need, and that will be the last enemy I need to get out of here. I called for my horse. This way we could both get out of here a little bit faster. I loaded him up on the booty, I didn't even mean to say that, and hopped on the saddle myself. Again, with my horse facing the wall, I turned it around and headed towards the extraction point. This extraction point requires me crossing a bridge and getting over to this little crevice in the canyon. For some reason, a helicopter thinks it could fit there to begin with. Now, as I get closer to the extraction, there's a thickening gas that starts to form, and I'm informed that the helicopter will be arriving shortly.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Until something I kind of expected to happen happened.
Ahab, do you read me? This is B-Quad. There's a gas covering the LZ. We can't land. Pulling back.
I'm informed that they can't land due to the gas. I didn't think they could to begin with, but they just use this as an excuse. So now I'm left stranded here looking for another extraction. And just when I thought it couldn't get worse, it got worse.
It's them.
Boss, watch out. It's the skulls. Don't let them find us.
Now I am tasked with not letting these things find me. And by the way, that is probably my worst fear. Seeing those creatures like creep like that and then twitch super fast. Like, I hate that. Are you kidding me? I played this at nighttime as well. Had a nightmare, I think. Oh, that was probably a lie. I tried making my way slowly up the side of this bridge wall to throw a grenade. Maybe this will throw them off, but it didn't seem to do anything at all. I didn't even get to throw the grenade. The grenade didn't even throw before being notified. Like, they saw me instantly. As soon as I peeked out my hand, they saw it. And guns decided to come out of their hands here. I now have to run past these guys and go all the way 1,000 meters. You see that little bullet point? 1,000 meters to the next extraction point while these things are chasing me. What now? The helicopter couldn't choose a closer landing point. Just want to... look at these things. Yeah, I'm missing every bullet. Yeah, by the way, I chose to use the rifle here as well. What do you expect me to do here? I'm just sprinting. Like, I'm taking all these hits. I can't even hit them. I did like, what, 2 damage to this guy? And the whole time, these guys will run from behind me all the way in front of me and then start spraying me down. They're just terrifying as a whole. Like, where do these things come from? I have so many questions, but they're just terrifying. Let me go to the extraction to save my friend, please. I try to give them a nice juke, you know, try and break their little stride right here. Yep, they think I'm going forwards, I'm going wide, actually. It doesn't matter at all. It really doesn't matter, because there's another one that pops up. I think I get a few more hits off here on this guy that's just running with me. I guess maybe it's like an aerodynamics type thing. But I finally exit the gas, and I'm able to make my way to the extraction point, finally.
The mist is cleared. It looks like they're gone.
My helicopter is finally here. I have reached the extraction. Yeah, that's right, I forgot to put him in first. He also is missing an arm and a leg, so they kind of, you know, that kind of doesn't help the situation. And I don't forget about the horse. The horse does get a hot air balloon that picks it up and brings it back to my home base. And now, as a final goodbye, I noticed a machine gun to my right. I'm like, okay, what does this thing do? Let me test it out. And keep in mind, it doesn't look like I hit anybody here, so just kind of keep that off the kill sheet. Everybody is asleep, they're fast asleep, they should be in their beds and everything like that. And that is the end, that is the story, if that's what you want to call it. That is how I put everybody to sleep and got my friend back without them ever even knowing. And thank you for watching. I hope maybe you think I look similar to him, because, I mean, you know, that would be a compliment.